Hi. Right, I'm just going to explain to you guys how your Google Classrooms are going to work this year because they are slightly different to what we've done in years previous if you are a returning student, and probably completely different for those of you who are new to us. So, when you go into Google Classroom, you will see that for your course, you have one classroom that is called Class Resources, and you have another one which is called Digital Sketchbooks. I've got loads on my screen. You will only have two, plus any other classes you might have for maybe English and Maths, or sort of set up by other lecturers. Right. The reason you have two is the first one is purely for your digital sketchbooks and your hand-in for every deadline for all of the units that you do this year. So if we click into the digital sketchbook one, if you head to classwork, you will see that there are all of the units that you are doing this year. This is for the 60 credit class, but it will look very similar for all of you. So down the side, you can click through each of your units and they're in the order that you're going to do them. And then under each heading, you will have your assignment, which says Digital Sketchbook Hand-in. Now, when you click onto these, you will have your digital sketchbook, which will allow you to click onto that, and that will take you to your Google Slide Doc, which is yours to put all of your work for that unit onto. You will also see a link to your checklist for that project, so that you can check through the criteria and the tasks that we're asking you to do and make sure that everything is there ready to be handed in. Okay. I've also put a link to your checklist as well, so you can access that. And this is where you're going to come every time you want to update your digital sketchbook. Okay, and this is where you will come when you come to hand in your digital sketchbook. So when we reach the deadline for each project, this one you can see is due on the 15th of October at 4 o'clock. This is where you're going to come to click hand in for your digital sketchbook, and we've also asked you to upload a JPEG of your final piece, and you'll be able to do all of that by clicking onto the assignment. Okay, so that's the whole reason that this specific classroom exists. It is literally just for you to access your sketchbooks and to hand them in when we come to deadline time. If I go back to your other classroom now, you will all have one that is called Class Resources. This is where you will find all of the presentations and handouts and resources that we give you in lessons to help you with your projects. Now, these haven't all been populated yet because I'm recording this in August, but you will see exactly the same as your other classroom. You've got all of your different units down the side, split up to topics. And when you go to look at those, you will see each one will have a list of resources underneath it. So this unit on contemporary fine art, you can see I've put in a presentation on how to personalise your digital sketchbooks, and there is also a link to a presentation for artist research for that project. So anything that we think is going to help you guys to work through the project, resources, handouts, information, places to research, it's all going to go into this classroom. Okay, so this is very much for sort of resources and to help you, and your other one is purely to access your digital sketchbooks and to hand in. Okay, and hopefully that will make things a little bit easier for you guys in terms of hand-in and knowing where you can find things. All right, if you're not sure, you can always come and ask one of us and we'll give you a hand. Okay.